Good morning. So let's see. It's May 11th, 2022. It's been a bit for sure. Just going to give you guys a heads up, a little update. Yep, I was up in Tennessee and now I am back in the great state of Florida. So life is good and very, very excited about being back in Florida and definitely missed it quite a bit and very excited to just be back and it's just a good feeling. So anyway, the trading's been kind of a little bit light over the last few weeks and definitely apologize for that. But hopefully now that I am kind of settled-ish, back in a great state, then we should be putting out videos a little bit more often than I have been. So just real quick, I mean, the NASDAQ's just been tanking. You know, this is the weekly chart. And if you look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, I mean, seriously, 6 weeks of just down. How low can she go? Well, that's the question. It's like catching a falling knife. You know, nobody knows. But if we're looking at price predictions, then, you know, you're looking at probably 11,000 is really the next target to the downside. So if that happens, then, you know, we're sitting at 12,000 now. If it goes down to 11,000, you're going to make a shit ton of money for sure. And if you look at this chart, and once again, this is a weekly chart. If you look at any period of time on this chart from 2018 till today, so that's like 4 years. If you look at any point in time in that chart and you look at the movement that's happened in the last 6 days versus any 6 days, pick any 6 days. I don't really care what 6 days you pick. It's not even comparable. So is it going to retrace? Don't know. Is it going to drop more? Don't know. And once again, that's the thing. I mean, you really have no idea what's going to happen. And anybody that says that they can predict the market is full of shit. No two ways about it. It's just they're full of shit. It just is. You know, it's a crapshoot on most days. What the market's going to do? Can we kind of think? Okay, the U.S. economy's in the toilet. Gas is the highest it's ever been, and you know everything's going off the rails. Is it probably going to go down? Yeah, most likely. But then you look at it's dropped from 15,000 down to 12,000 in 6 weeks. Insane. Totally insane. So, you know, is it going to go more or is it going to go bounce back up? Don't know. Have absolutely no idea. So, once again, this is the weekly chart. So, the weekly chart is great. But if you're day trading the NASDAQ, US or US Tech, whatever you want to call it, depending on what broker you use, it's still a NASDAQ. So if you look at where it's gone and where it's going, there's a good chance that it's probably going to drop all the way down to 11,000. But, you know, if you're looking at the 4-hour chart, once again, look at the 4-hour chart. It started dropping back in April 6th. You could have literally gotten in back in April 6th when the moving averages turned to red, and it was 14.5 back then. It's now sitting at 12,000. That's over a 2,000 point drop over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, give or take. Damn. It's huge. Okay, so then we look at the 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart is going to give us a little bit more opportunity. And if you look at the 1 hour chart, the long-term moving average pretty much was in line with the 4 hour chart. So if you look back on the 5th, you could have gotten in at a little over 15,000. And if you had held it, yeah, you'd be up 3,000 points. So great. And sorry about that. Just something went off in my ear. So, but during that time, I mean, you can make money, and you just got to wait for the opportunity to present itself. You know, we drop down to the 15-minute chart. Anybody that knows me knows that I say if it price opens below, or if price opens above the white line, it's going to go up. If price opens below the white line, it's more likely to go down. I'm not saying it's going to go up or it's going to go down 100%, but there's a 90% chance it's going to go in that direction. So last night, great. Right off the get-go, you could have jumped in long. As soon as the moving average, I mean, once again, for me, as soon as the moving average turned green, you could have jumped in and traded it from 12,387 all the way up to yesterday's high at 12,550, and it hit. And as soon as it hit, it rejected hard, super hard. I mean, crazy hard. So there's a lot of opportunities within these days. So just because prices dropped 3,000 points over the last 6 weeks doesn't mean that you have to get in at the beginning to make any money. Okay, so I mean, let's just take this week. 11, 10, 9, 9. Okay, great. So look at the week. So this is Monday. Long-term moving average down. Short-term moving average down. You wait. My favorite buys or sells are when price is up near the moving average. So say if you wait till you get in a sell at this point, you could have gotten in at 12,568. Even if you only took it down to here, 12.5 to 12.3, it's 200 points, 0.01 lots. You're making $200, 2,000 on 0.1 and 20,000 on one lot. And if you wait for the opportunities, they're definitely going to be there. You know, so that's 15-minute chart. If we go to the 5-minute chart, same type of thing. If we look at the chart last night, and I was actually on the phone last night with someone just kind of setting up their MetaTrader 4, and we had this very specific discussion. Great. Price opens above the white midpoint, but the moving average is still showing down. So what do? You wait. Once they are both in agreement, damn, look at that. So that's really all it is. And then this morning at 7:40, it hit the high of yesterday, and it literally hit that high at 7:40 and then hit the low at 8:55. So, I mean, like literally that's over just a little over an hour. It dropped from 12,550 to 12,108. I mean, that's 400 points, over 400 points. It's insane. Then it bounced hard up, and then I said, yeah, can't do that. We're going to keep going down. So once again, the whole point of me making this video is Yeah, it's in a downtrend, 1,000%. Anybody that says otherwise is insane. So the next drop is down to 11,000. And once again, if you look at the price and the state of the economy, can it go down to 11? Yep. It can go down to 11. It can go down to 10. Will it? That's the $1 million question. So you've just got to be vigilant and keep an eye on what's actually happening in the market. And I think obviously price is going to drop. I mean, price is going to open way lower than the midpoint for the day, and it's actually going to open near the low. So one of the things that I always say is if it opens near the low or it opens near the high, there's a great chance that it's going to go back towards the mid. And so if it opens near the high, it's going to drop. If it opens near the low, it's going to go up. And once again, nothing is ever 100%. So I say that, but you've also got to wait for the indicators to match up with that. So, okay, great. If price is opening near 12,000, yeah, that's going to be near the low of the day. And I'll be looking for it to move upwards. Long term, yeah, I think it's going to go short. I think it's going to drop to 11,000. Is that going to happen? I have no idea. I don't. I have no idea. I am just, I don't know. So I look at the odds. Okay, so the odds are in my favor that if price opens near the low, the odds are it's going to go up. How far is it going to go up? The mid? Possibly. Not sure. But that's why you pay attention to your trades, pay attention to what's going on in the market. And, it's just that simple. I mean, don't try to overcomplicate things and try to predict where it's going to go. In a way, that's kind of like what most people do, is they try to predict what the market's going to do, where the price is going to go. But realistically, we should be waiting and following the market where it goes, not predicting which way it's going to go. When you predict which way it's going to go, or you predict which way you think it's going to go, you really get married to that idea. So you're thinking all night long, it's going to go down, it's going to go down, it's going to go down. It starts to go up, and you're like, perfect, great opportunity to sell, because it's higher now than it was. And in your head, you're convinced 100% that it's going to go down. And will it? Most likely, eventually. But can you withstand the drawdown if price jumps up 200 points before it drops? So that's all I'm saying. Just make sure that you're being smart, use a little common sense, and you'll make a shit ton of money. Period. End of story. You just will. But you got to be smart about it and not just assume that you are the market maker. You are the one that controls the market, that the market's going to obey you. Because as soon as you start thinking that, it's going to fuck you hard. So anyway, that's enough of my rant for this evening. And like I said, now that I'm back in Florida, I am sure that I will be posting much, much more frequently. And I'll give you kind of an update as to the trading accounts and stuff like that. But I just kind of wanted to throw a quick video together. Quick, it's probably been like 20 minutes or so, whatever. But I just want to put a video together, and hope you guys have a great night.